Good afternoon, CFM. This is Coach Matt with our Tuesday workout, and now you understand why we went kind of easy on Monday is because there is a benchmark here on Tuesday, and a little hint, there's another benchmark on Wednesday, right? But they're very different. This one is the 2,000 meter row, the 2K row, also known as the Devil's Race. It is, in my opinion, it is the hardest rowing increment to do because it's in that extremely uncomfortable short duration time frame where it's kind of a sprint and it's kind of high intensity cardio. It's both of those things at the same time, and it will make you feel awful if you really put all your effort into it, but it's fantastic for building that short duration, high intensity metabolic capacity that CrossFit is so known for, right? So don't be afraid of it, put all your effort into it. Essentially what we do is we do our warm up, right? And then we sit down on the rower at some specified time. We don't have to all start as a group. You start individually, but you punch in program 2,000 meters. It's one of the preloaded workouts that's in all the rowers. And then as soon as you start pulling, the clock on the rower starts counting. And when you have completed 2,000 meters, your time is finished. It's as simple as that. All right, so some of the tips for doing well on the row are to understand what fast rowing really is and to understand what slow and sprint rowing really is. So fast is somewhere in between slow and sprint. And in order to get your best possible time on the 2,000 meter row, it should not be a dead sprint right out of the gate, right? The hardest part about the 2,000 meter row is not starting off too quickly, right? And the second hardest part is making yourself stay at a very aggressive pace throughout the hard middle of this workout. So like from say like 600 meters up to about 1,500 meters ish, right? That's the hardest part, because that's when your body is telling you, oh my gosh, this is too much, and your brain's saying, you know what, maybe if I just slow down a little bit in the middle, it won't be so bad at the end. But that is the time when you really got to keep pushing. You're gonna have a kick at the end. Everybody does, no matter what. Even if you've completely spent all your energy, everybody finishes the last like 150, 200 meters at a ridiculously fast clip, all right? So trust your body, trust the training that you've done, and try to keep that pace that you established through the middle of the race, okay? This is anywhere from like a 6-minute race up to a 10-minute race, right? Anywhere in that range, right, is usually what we're going for. And we can accommodate different distances, but if you're under 6 minutes, man, hats off to you, okay? That's a fantastic race, right? And if it's like longer than 10 minutes and your heart rate is not really that high, then we mistimed how fast you're supposed to go, right? It should be relatively challenging, and it should be done in that like 10-minute-ish time frame, okay? So to warm up today, we're gonna go 3 rounds through progressively faster each round, a 400, then a 300, then a 200, 8 reps of a band pull down. So we're gonna get a band, and this is just warming up the lats a little bit. I want your band slung up over the, do one hand, or you can do 2 hands, whatever, or two edges to it like this. But whatever you do, straight and pull down to your chest, right? So 2 arms straight and then pull down to your chest. That's our band pull down. Like I said, you can choke it around the rig if you want to. Next one is just some lower body rotation stuff. So swivel the hips like that. And then the next one is a plank punch. So from the plank position, I'm punching on each arm, right? Trying not to let my shoulders rotate. So just a little work on stabilizing my lower abdominals, and then finish with some nice easy air squats, right? When you finish with your row, you may feel like doing some accessory work. And so for those of you that may feel like doing some accessory work, I've written up a little complex of accessories, as Jenna likes to call them, for when you're done with it. So a little bit of core, a little bit of balance, a little bit of lower extremity strengthening, and a little bit of adductor and hip strengthening, okay? So first one is our single leg dumbbell pass, right? So I'm gonna get 8 reps of this on each side, and I have a very light dumbbell. You do not need a heavy one. I would say no one should be more than 10. This is an 8, right? So I'm gonna take the dumbbell in one hand. I'm gonna kick into this single leg deadlift position, right? So I want my body flat. If I turn sideways, I want my legs straight out behind me, my back nice and straight, and I'm just taking the dumbbell to like a wing position here, passing it to my other arm, and going to the other side. And 1 rep is gonna be a pass to the right, a pass to the left, okay? So switching legs, and now I got my right leg down, so it's pass to the right, pass to the left, that's 1. Pass to the right, pass to the left, that's 2. I'm doing 8 reps of that cycle on each leg, all right? Next one is a V sit-up or a medicine ball to toes. Med ball to toes is just a weighted V sit-up. So legs straight, but heels stay off the ground, ball touching the ground, and then reach up and touch the ball to my toes. Like so, okay? 16 reps of that. Dumbbell good morning. I would have a heavier dumbbell, but just for demonstration purposes, I've got the dumbbell. I'm kind of pulling it into my rib cage, slight bend in the knees, pushing my butt back. The more horizontal I get, the more lat and upper back and rhomboid activation I have to use in order to keep that dumbbell tight to my body, right? So it's a posture exercise as well as a good hamstring and glute stretch. And then the last one is one I really like, working on the adductors, right? Similar to Captain Morgan, but more of an eccentric focus. So this one actually has motion, right? So I'll start with, I want my shoulder, hip, and leg all in one straight line. So try not to be crunched over or have my hip bent or hip punched behind my shoulders. So nice straight line right there. And then I'm gonna use my bottom leg to help push me up, right? So my body is at horizontal or even higher. And then I'm gonna pick up that bottom leg and pull it out from underneath me and slowly lower my hip to the ground, right? Use that bottom leg again, push up, pick up the bottom leg, slowly lower it down, right? And let's say a 2-second lowering cycle is what you want, but you don't have to count how long it is, but I want it to be a long, slow elongation of the adductor muscle on the inside of your leg, all right? That is it for today. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure you log your time for your 2K row, and I'll see you on Wednesday.